Welcome back to the final episode from Antarctica, and this one is brought to you by Squarespace. Previously, after making our way across the dreaded Drake Passage, we enjoyed 2 incredible days exploring the continent. Now, however, it's time to wrap up warm and brace for a turn in the weather. So, for the last time in this series, I invite you to relax and enjoy the last few days of this expedition to Antarctica. Okay, so let's pick things up on this absolutely gorgeous morning here in Antarctica. These foggy conditions really blew us away, and they really brought out the magical atmosphere. Our guide today was British, and he was really keen to show us some incredible ice structures nearby that had floated in, as well as going on a hunt for some wildlife. So this was going to be a lovely, beautiful morning cruise.
That's a beautiful piece of ice, isn't it?
That's Mars, and I think they can do 200 miles a day if they.
There's a whale. We're right next to a big humpback whale. Over there. There's a baby humpback whale circling our boat. It's incredible. He's come past us 3 times. Oh, he's coming right in. There he is. Oh my God.
It's crazy.
After that beautiful morning of cruising around the gorgeous ice and meeting the larger-than-life wildlife locals, the crew had a few more surprises in store for us.
Hot chocolate time.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hot chocolate served by a penguin in Antarctica.
Phew.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, everyone. Cheers. We will. Can you let go of the
sorry,
website
yeah.
now? Sorry. I'll move on. I didn't say
Oh, that's amazing.
the cups.
Near the hot chocolate stand, the crew had found an island of ice suitable for a landing. A piece of ice so perfectly shaped that apparently we would be able to get off the zodiacs and explore on foot. The only thing getting in the way, however, was having to figure out how we were going to land ourselves up onto an ice shelf. And when we saw a nearby zodiac jump onto the ice, we thought, how the hell are we going to be able to do this? We're going to beach ourselves on an iceberg on purpose.
Here we go. Oh, in there. Didn't give it more beans. Sorry.
Faster, 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 faster.
Got it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go, baby! Oh.
The engine needs to be out of the water pretty much.
Oh. Come on, third time's a charm.
I know, right?
Here we go. My legs are trapped.
With loads of speed.
Yeah.
More, Tom.
The important thing is we, support people.
Just give it some beans, lad.
Good job. Perfect. Okay, you're good. Relax. Slow down. So Tom, you should be able to switch the engine off now.
Okay, we made it onto the snow, onto the iceberg. This is literally an iceberg. In the middle of the Antarctica. It's quite scary when your feet go down because you're thinking maybe I'm on a thin piece of the ice. Landing on that iceberg might not have been the most graceful thing I've ever done, but it was a right laugh, and it was so nice to be able to walk on the iceberg, take photos and make memories alongside a couple of crab-eating seals who were taking a nap nearby. We made our way back to the ship, and the snowy, cozy atmosphere lent itself nicely towards a nice lunch and a great nap. But later that afternoon, it was time to head back out on the Zodiacs for another landing, this time on the mainland proper, and we were going to be hiking up a nearby mountain. I just wanted to pop in and say thank you to Squarespace for supporting Next Level Adventures and for making it really easy for you to create a professional presence online. This year, Squarespace have made it even easier for you to create your own website. Just choose, firstly, one of their award-winning templates and then drag and drop the text and add your own pictures and videos to suit your exact needs. And then you can use one of the many tools that Squarespace have to help you elevate your web design to the next level. They will help you sell products, sell services, or schedule appointments with clients. You can do all of that and much, much more using Squarespace. So if you're in the marketplace for a website, maybe for your business or to elevate your passion project this year, simply head to Squarespace for free and build the website. You'll see how fun and easy the system is to use. And then when you're ready to go live, head to squarespace.com/Paddy Doyle and you'll get 10% off your very first website or domain. Back on land. There's a little hike. We go around, enjoy the bay, and hike up to the top of that hill. So what the expedition crew do when we're having our lunch is they come aboard, come to shore, I should say, and then they dig out these paths and they leave markers for us and they find out which is the safe route, where to go, things to see, dangers to be aware of. And then we just get to come here on the Zodiacs and enjoy it. So these guys are the real heroes of the trip for sure. What are the chances of this? Literally where we've just landed, look. Got off the boat there and look behind me. It's like they came here and popped it down here. There's a seal having a sleep right next to the landing spot. He's fast asleep, bless him. He had too many beers last night, I think.
Is he breathing? I don't know if he's alive.
Yeah, he's breathing. Look, take your sunglasses off and watch the fur on the chest.
I see.
You see it? Don't scare me. This is where we landed. That's where we're headed. And there's a beautiful seal having a nap. Oh, this is nice. Stretch your legs. Obviously there is a little gym on the boat, but It's not the same. If you do get the chance, I know this kind of trip is a bit of a once in a lifetime aspiration for a lot of people, including me. But if you do get the chance, jump at it. Look who it is. First time on this trip, I've seen Michael outside of the room.
Right.
Well, and the ship.
The bar. The bar doesn't count. What do you think?
I mean...
Does it look like home?
No.
I see Mark Wiens' restaurant right there.
I could do with a pack of pow, but no, this is something else, isn't it?
Yeah, we're doing a good job remembering not to record. Sometimes you just stand there and just watch.
Yeah, I know. So I take a couple of pictures and then I'm like, put it down, put it away, just relax, enjoy yourself.
You have to remember to do that.
How fortunate that that seal was just having a nap right at the
I think
landing spot.
I think it's actually a CPR dummy. I don't think it's a real seal. I think they just do mouth to mouth on it.
All right, I'll see you at the top.
Okay.
Ciao. Don't fall, Lucy. Okay, we made it to the little viewpoint up the hill, looking down onto the rocks, and I think there'll be a little spot for a nice photo. You can see behind me the bay, isn't it gorgeous?
Boom. Wow.
Yep.
Well done. Alien planet.
Ready.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you guys. Now warm and loads of energy. Arms in the air. Hey!
Thank you.
Hey, welcome to Paddy Doyle's channel in Antarctica.
So, another fun-filled day here in Antarctica was complete, but that meant we only had one full day remaining before our 2-day trip back to Argentina. And when we woke up the following morning, we were met with a really terrible blizzard, high winds, freezing temperatures, and we weren't sure if this was going to put an early end to our time here. But surprisingly, we did get called for a morning zodiac cruise. Apparently they'd found a suitable landing spot. We were all very surprised and a little bit worried. So we braced ourselves, geared up, and got out there in the wildest conditions to date. Made it.
Welcome to Deception Island and Whalers Bay. So here you can do a walk along the beach all the way to the Neptune's window that you can see there. The furthest you can walk is to the hangar, which is the biggest heist there in the end. And so make sure you just stay within the kind of guidelines in here.
Straight after the landing, there's some penguins. How cute are they? Oh my god, the wind. Wow. Okay, let's go explore. So, as you can see, the conditions were brutal. The freezing temperatures and the freezing cold wind made conditions and exploring very difficult. I have to turn around and let the wind hit my back because if it hits my face, I can't feel anything. This is cold. And vlogging, even with a good microphone in this wind, was practically impossible. Ah! So cold! Oh, God. But we braved it, and I actually lasted about an hour walking around thanks to all of the professional gear and clothing that they provide and that I had brought along on the expedition. And so I was actually able to explore loads here in Deception Island. This island is actually located in the South Shetland Islands of Antarctica, so a little bit further out from the mainland peninsula. It used to be a bustling centre for the Antarctica whaling operations during the early 20th century, and you can see the old whaling stations, including these massive rusting tanks, boilers, and all the other equipment that they used. In the height of the whaling days, we were told that they didn't even need to go on the boats to hunt for the whales. They would come into this bay and they were able to harpoon them from the black sandy beaches themselves. Back then there were just so many whales in this area that the whaling industry was booming, and this was the hot spot. Of course, today this area is protected under the Antarctica Treaty System, which regulates a lot of the human activity, including our tour, and we were given strict guidelines of where we could go, what we could interact with, and so obviously we had to keep that in mind whilst we tried our best not to get blown into the wind or lost within the blizzard. So all in all, it was a really fun exploration, a real Antarctica experience, and it was nice to get this different weather. We'd been spoilt so far, and so I think it's only right that we got to experience the brutal side of this environment. Group photo. Hey! Now that we've come to the South Shetland Islands, conditions have really changed. Conditions have gotten a lot worse. It's a lot windier. 35 knot wind. The entire ship has frozen. The back is now, you just can't even explore at the back of the ship because it's covered in ice. Come to the front in similar conditions, and I nearly just stacked it and nearly embarrassed myself in front of everyone. We're at this horseshoe island, which was the plan for today or this afternoon, was to get off and go explore, but with the conditions and the weather, it's just not possible for us to get out onto the zodiacs. So we're doing a little bit of a cruise where we're just kind of going around these islands and getting incredible views of the drama, this storm up against these glacial walls. This is Antarctica. Conditions are going to change. We've had it so lucky this entire trip. We've literally had the perfect weather. So to get 1 or 2 days, maybe on the way back as well, a little bit of a Drake shake, that's the price you pay for 2 or 3 days of perfect weather in a row. We really have been blessed. So there's nothing to complain about. We're all in good spirits. This has been, without doubt, the pinnacle of my traveling experience so far. It's impossible to sum up in words, because it really was almost impossible for me to do it justice. Antarctica, put it on your bucket list. Yeah, hard to sum it all up, especially in the freezing wind and nursing a cold as I was there on the top deck. Before we finish, there was one last surprise in store, as Michael was invited to steer the ship and learn about how it all works on the bridge as part of a prize that he had won on board. On the way back, the crew put on a fundraiser, and one of the rewards was the experience of driving the ship, and since Michael was the highest bidder for that particular prize, he got to live out his childhood dream, and it put the perfect end to what was by far the perfect trip. Michael is literally the captain of the ship.
I'm not the captain. What am I?
You're the captain. You are the captain.
I'm an Uber. Where do you want to go?
I want to thank Michael for inviting me and for making this whole thing possible. It really was a complete dream, and I will take these memories to the grave.
Should I take my shirt off? I did not break the ship.
Not much. Yeah, Antarctica.
Our next adventure is going to be going to the International Space Station.
I never expected Antarctica to be that beautiful. and this memorable. So thank you, Michael, for allowing me to experience it and to share it with the world. Thanks to Carl Watson for letting us crash your group tour, and thanks to all the amazing people that I met during the expedition. And finally, thank you for watching this series. It was my pleasure to share it all with you. Next up, we're heading to Patagonia for some more adventures, and then the channel is coming back to Thailand. Lots to look forward to, lots to get excited about, and loads of reasons to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you soon.